Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Roy Et province. And what we're going to take a look at is we're going to take a look at what Phra Kona, I think. I'll put it up on the screen. Anyway, this is 11th century Khmer ruin that's over here. And we'll take a look at it. There's 3 towers and there's like a sandstone wall. And it used to be a pretty major site, but now it's just kind of a small site. Like the moat and everything is gone, the Naga Bridge, everything. But we'll take a look and see what we see today. So this used to be all the moat over here. On the east would have been the Naga Bridge. Now there's just a bunch of monkeys over here. There's a troop of monkeys that have kind of taken over the trees over here. And the locals will stop by and feed them some bananas and stuff like that. You can see the monkey over there on the motorcycle. And they'll sell bananas and like corn and stuff like that. So you can come over here and buy it. You can see it over here hanging out. Got some of the little babies. And the 2 up on the motorcycle. So you got to be careful. These monkeys here, some of them will jump on you, some of them will bite you, like the males, especially the really aggressive ones. So let's go over here into the prongs. So there's 3 prongs. The north tower is kind of completely collapsed down. They think this was probably 11th century. And then they did some restoration in the 1800s of it. And then they put like a little roof over the collapsed tower to keep it from falling down anymore. So you can see up there eating the corn on the walls. I hope they don't find my motorcycle. It's over here by the tree. I don't really want them to tear up the seat or anything like that. So this is the site. So you can see it's quite cool. So there's an active temple that's built up around it. So this was all converted. This was all Hindu back in the 11th century. You can see the base of it, all the sandstone blocks. And then this is the central tower. So they've converted it to Buddhism, but they still will have like the Hindu deities and stuff like that carved in them. So we could go up in here and check this out. So you can see the stones here. And then this is down in the ruin. So you can see that's the north tower right there, and it's collapsed way, way down. And then the restoration of this, they put the new stucco and everything on it in the 1800s. But all the like lintels and everything are still the original here. Yeah, this is really cool. So it has the 3 false doors. So you can see one of the lintels over here on the ground. And you can see the base. So this would have went from north to south. This is the north tower over here. And you can see the kind of the cool lintel right there. And that would have been right up there. And it's all collapsed down. You can see the stone carvings that they did. This is the faux door on the west side. And then this is what's really nice. This is a beautiful little tower here. So all this was touched up in the 19th century. They've added these figures here. And originally the Khmer wouldn't have put those little pieces of glass and stuff like that in the stucco. That's been done after. And then this is the south tower. And it's in pretty bad shape also, but it's still has some nice stonework here around the faux doors. And then you can see this over here. This is quite cool. This is a really nice lintel right here. So they carved that in that red sandstone. That's kind of like the Roku, where the Hindus had a different name for it. And then all the little floral designs. I think this is like the Baphuon styling. You can see the columns here and the faux doors. And then over here, this is more of the active temple this way. And this is all part of the restoration that they did here. So the north and the south tower would be original. This other has been modified, and they've even added this right here. So the eastern entrance would have been the way into that tower, and then here's some of the old columns amongst these sandstones and laterite stones and stuff here. And then this is the east entrance to the little north tower, or the south tower, I mean. So they've added that in there. Now the lintel here is gone, but you can still see a little bit of like the little pediment up there. And then the Buddha image that's been added here later on. And you can see the bricks and stuff in there. Oh, but here is the lintel. This would have been over the door right there. That would have been a reclining Vishnu, I think. Oh, that is fantastic. So that would have been right up above the door right there. And then the other lintel over here, this would have been the one over this door. And you can see it's just broken. And they've kind of used it, just poured concrete around it, kind of a crude remodel here. Oh, this is a nice little tower though. You can still see the original stone carvings there. And the same here, they've used these. You can see these would have been carved and notched, and they would have probably been the little eastern entrance here. And they've just put them down kind of as just something to walk on, which is kind of a shame. So here's some of the old stones and stuff, and they've made a shrine over here. And then the same here, they just did kind of a crude remodel. It's kind of cool though that you still can come here and appreciate this. So this is some of the Naga. And then they have like a little shrine here on the east of that center tower. Let's see if we can go into it. This is about as good as we can see here. So you can't go into the prong, and then you can see through that little window there's a Buddha image up there. And then they just have a modern image. And you can see the sandstone blocks here. That would have made the perimeter wall, and they carved them and everything. And then there's that little tower over there, and the two Naga here. And that was in what, 2530, I think. This year is 2567. So we have another little shrine here. Let's see if we can see that other little tower that's collapsed down. See the walls falling down. And then there's some of the sandstone blocks over here and stuff. Just, they've kind of pieced them up just to keep it all gathered up in one place. So this is the North Tower. And it has a nice lintel here also. And then inside the relic chamber, they have a picture of like an old monk in there. Kind of hard to see everything, it's dark. But you can see the lintel here. I'm not sure what was, oh, it's got a light flashing in there. So you can see the octagonal columns and the stone carvings here. So that's 11th century, so almost 1,000 years old. Oh, check that out. Oh, this is really nice here. So that's the reclining Vishnu. That other was a reclining Buddha. Oh, that's cool. And it has the Naga behind the head. Oh, that's really cool. And up there, a couple more of the Hindu characters. And then this column over here. Just really nice. I like the little intricate carvings. And then all in that. The sandstone was fairly easy for them to carve, but it still would have took just an expert to do that. And just all of that right there. Oh, that's really cool. And that one up there, the figures are really war, but they are 900 years old or so. And over here on the north side of it. So that's an uncarved lintel right there. That might have been what they stuck up above the door during like the restoration or something. And then they put this wall in it over here also to keep this tower from sloughing off. Okay, so we got to see this. Let's see if we can see any of the moat. I don't think we can. I think there's like a rubber plantation back there. but we'll stick our heads back over anyway. We got the modern shrine. We got a little temple cat over there. So this would have been the east entrance. And you can see they've stuck some modern Khmer style lions over here. And then we have kind of a really cool little chetty there. And then all the like bell tower. We got a monk over here doing some stuff, and then the ordination hall. This is a country temple. It's like I said, it's just kind of out here in between Roy Et and Surin. We got a little puppy dog. Oh, he's gonna run by. And then this is the outer wall here, and you can see a little bit more of the sandstones that they've just kind of stuck over here. Yeah, they got two little puppies here now. Little guys. All right, so over this way would have been the moat, but it looks like it's all closed off. But some really cool looking chetties there. And that one there is fantastic also. And this is the modern ordination hall. And it's just right here, but kind of a cool temple, having the modern Buddhist temple with the old Khmer Hindu buildings. And then a little bit more of the temple over here. Also kind of a different style chetty than what I'm used to. Okay, so there's not a whole lot to see. This is the other part of the moat. So there would have been the bridge, and then I think the Baray would have been over there, but it's all filled in now. So that all that shows that this would have been a pretty significant temple, because there was a large moat with the Baray, and this would have been an important area here. Okay, let's go back into the temple. We'll take one more look at these towers here. And they built this little gate. Looks like the gate's kind of fallen off. You can see the hinges here. And then that gold chetty, and then the other three prongs here. Yeah, you can see the two lions. Oh, this is kind of cool. I didn't notice this when I went through. Is that Vishnu up on the back there? All the other details here in this lintel. And then that opens up into the temple itself. Yeah, that's cool. That'll finish up a pretty quick little video over here at Phra Kona temple. It's nice enough. It's just an old, just another one of those 10th, 11th century temples out here in kind of northeast Thailand. I really like seeing stuff like this. This was a pleasant little find for me. I like the way that they've incorporated the modern Buddhism into the old Khmer, so they can still use the ruins. The restoration is, you know, it is what it is. They just kind of put it back together. But, you know, they still do use it, and they've converted it to where there's Buddhist statues and stuff like that in there. I think the important stuff was probably taken off, and it's probably in museums now or in private collections or whatever. But the lintels are still cool to see. Those are probably the highlight of this. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you know more about this little temple than I do, then let me know in a comment down below. I read a little bit. It is a registered like heritage site in Thailand. So there is a little bit of information about it, but not a whole lot. So if you do know more, let me know. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. And until next time, from over here in kind of Roy Et, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.